Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday Live. Sure. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my. I didn't realize that the camera was. Hope you can hear me. I think my music may be a little too loud. For me, it's a little too loud, so I'm going to just turn it down. I always feel like sometimes I'm talking above. Well, now that I know all the sounds are working, sorry, I run my live on other channels so that I can make sure everything's still working. Right, good morning everybody. Welcome to Friday. How are we all? Please say hello if you are watching. I like to be able to chat and actually chat to somebody. So yeah, please make sure, please, if you are there and just say hello. Hello. But it's Friday. It's Friday. So they say Friday. What are we up to today? Yes, madam? What do you want from the fridge? I know what you want. Take it and go. I have a cake.
Oh,
A cake. Say hi, everybody.
hi, everybody.
Say hi. So they can just see you in the. Can you see?
I just need to go warm this up.
You're not gonna warm it up. What are you gonna warm it up?
Find out.
The joys of lockdown and holidays in one go. Okay, so let's get started. Because I'm trying to aim to be done by 11. Unfortunately, I have to be done by 11. We have an online funeral at 11, so we want to just get done before then. So today we're doing a Wild Kratts themed cake. A Wild Kratts themed cake. And so basically the main thing about this cake is that it's got 4 different animal prints on it.
Yes, because I watched it on my.
You what? Well, this is not but so I've made the Wild Kratts logo. There's just a few finishing touches that I need to do, so I'll do them today with you guys. And then also I was originally going to do it as buttercream, but I changed my mind this morning. looking at the logo a little bit more and looking at the style of the cake, I changed my mind. What are you doing? What do you want? You don't really need a spoon for that.
Melt it on.
Hey? You think you're clever that you can stick things in the microwave now? Hey? Just as long as you be careful that you don't burn things in the microwave, because you can burn things in the microwave. That's why I said only 10 seconds. I have recently taught my child how to use the microwave so that she can make her own s'mores. And so she can only do 10 seconds at a time, which is a good thing because obviously we don't want her to burn anything, right? Anyway, back to the Wild Kratts logo. So I've actually made the logo already and I want to do some finishing touches to it. So in the W and not in the Kratts part, but in the W and the LED, the LD, there are some little black markings in that. So I'm just going to add those little black markings just to make it a little bit more just with it's edible print pen. Yeah, just so that it just looks a little bit more like the logo. Really should be doing this with my glasses on. You know, I keep saying that. It's not that I can't see. I tend to go cross-eyed, and then it's not that I can see it, but yeah, it's uncomfortable. That's actually what the problem is. It's uncomfortable for me to look at. But I can't wear my glasses when I'm wearing my mask, which is what I'm going to have to do just now, because this is for a customer. So nicely my customer decided not to postpone her order, which is awesome for me. But she has, they've cancelled their party, but they've decided that they should still celebrate with cake for her daughter's birthday, which I think is awesome. I don't see why that shouldn't be happening. Kids love the cake, and it's the cake that makes it feel like it's a celebratory thing. That was the biggest thing with my daughter last year. We went into hard lockdown. We went into isolation the week of her birthday, and then hard lockdown the week after. So, and because of that, we had to cancel her birthday. So, we said we were going to postpone it, but we landed up basically cancelling it. And I had everything, the cupcakes, and I was prepped for everything. And so she just wanted her friends to sing happy birthday to her. And that was it. So what we landed up doing is I landed up baking a few cupcakes for a few special friends. And then as soon as we were allowed to move about, I took these cupcakes to these special friends. And then we had a Zoom party where I had made sure that, because she's, at the time she was turning 5. So along with all the cupcakes, I dropped off candles and everything so that each one of the friends had their own candle to put inside their cupcake so that they could blow the candles out. So they're all on Zoom, sang happy birthday and blew out candles together with her, and she was super happy with that. So yeah, I know that parties are smaller and whatever, and then when we're in the situation that we're in right now, parties are not allowed. But I think cake and celebrating the birthday, especially for kiddies, is so important, even if it's on Zoom or with just family. So, and it's always, for kids, it's always about that cake, singing happy birthday and the candles, right? That's, well, it is with my daughter, and I'm pretty sure it is with quite a few other kids too. Sorry, this is got a different color on it, apparently. So with this Wildcrafts logo, there's like this earth. It's very rough. So it's a round, it's a circle, and it's just like a rough image of earth in the background, but the logo is going to go on top. So yeah, I'm not too fussed by it. First I put my mask on. Yeah, let me put my mask on. Even though I've got my tea, I'll have to have a tea break every now and then. So I'm just going to paint like a light blue wash, so that it, because on the actual logo it's, you can't really see it, so that's so Cape Town is wet and cold. This was made, should be in normal circumstances this would be dry already. It is dryish, but it's softish, which is not ideal. Well, not if it was going straight to the customer like it. I'm dealing with it, so it should be fine. I'm also going to wash it a bit with blue, just so that it looks like there's earth in the background. So we're just going to do a little bit of blue powder with some quick dry paint. So I'm doing this now because obviously while we're busy with the cake, it can dry. So yeah, just doing it like a real, nothing, you know, because this is going to go on top. Okay, so it's just an imagery, but it's part of the logo, so I just kind of want it in there. And it looks like this in the actual picture, so yeah. I'm not cutting corners. It really does look like this. No. Okay. So let's put that aside. I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to leave that to dry in the meantime. Okay, so that's all I need to do with that. So I'm going to pack this up, and then we're going to get on with the cake. So the cake has 4 different animal prints, right? It has 4 different animal prints. Sorry, I'm going to actually refer to my phone because my phone has the picture on it, and yeah, I need to refer to. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to refer to the phone. So this is basically what we're going to do, except it's in a round cake. And we're going to make, what's it? Tiger, leopard, cheetah, and I'm assuming that's a zebra. That's weird, that it's all cats, and then that one's not a cat. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna do 4 different patterns, and in these colors with the green, and yeah, and then my customer has dropped off some toy animals, which wild animals that I need to add to it. So yeah, that should be interesting. So in the meantime, I'm going to just leave that there, and then give me 1 second. So my daughter, because I'm doing the Wildkratts cake, she's decided, and we found it on Showmax, so she's decided that she's going to watch it now. So yeah, Wildkratts. So she's decided she's going to watch it. Okay. I don't know if you can hear her. She's talking. The joys of being live, especially when your kids are at home. Normally she would be at school, obviously, if it was not school holidays. I just want to finish my tea before we start. Especially with me having to have a mask on. Okay. So I've made a delicious I've made and crumb coated a delicious chocolate cake with English toffee buttercream filling. Oh, okay. Sorry, my music is by Harris Heller, so it's free. It's yeah, royalty free music that I play, and the song is a new song. I've not heard it before. Okay, so let's just get me ready here. So what I've actually done is I've actually pushed the, I don't know if you can see it, you can see this side's wider and this side's narrower. I've pushed the cake towards the back because I want to put the animals in here in the front. And they are kind of big, so I need to be able to fit them in somehow on here. Which they will, but I've given them space to be able to do that. If I can get all of them in, I will. Yeah, so I've crumb coated already, obviously, because we're just decorating today. So I'm just going to clean my board because I don't want that to affect anything that I'm going to do. And then we're going to mix some colors up. We need, I don't know why I took out brown color because I used cocoa for it. So I never, when I make brown icing, I always do it with chocolate. So they've got a chocolate flavor. Okay, so I need quite a few different colors. Well, actually not. It's variations of colors. So I need yellow, but I need 2 shades of yellow. I need green, I need orange, I need black. The white is going to be the color of the buttercream. Okay, I'm actually going to switch my camera off, that one where you can see me, so that you can see more of what's going on here. So let's do that. Take that off, and then I'm going to switch my logo off too. Okay. All right. Okay. If you've just joined us, if you just joined me, please shout out so that I know you're there. I love to know that you're there. And that you're listening and you are enjoying what you're watching. Okay. So I need quite a few different, we're gonna split all this up. So I said yellow, orange, brown, green and black. So okay, so I think I'm going to leave that bit there because I need white, which is going to be the buttercream color. And then so obviously I've already made my buttercream, and we're going to mix it up. Okay. And I'm actually going to work sort of in the color variation. So I'm going to do light yellow, dark yellow, orange, or white, light yellow, dark yellow, orange. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to even this out. So I have, yeah, yellow, orange, brown. And I actually don't need a lot of each color. Yellow, orange, brown, green and black. Okay. And just looking at it, I need more of the base color than I do of the other colors. So let's go. So a lot of the time my customers will send inspiration pics. And yeah, we try and change them up a bit so that they're not exactly the same, because obviously I'm not gonna have it exactly the same. That should be enough for that. Need double the yellow. Yeah, light yellow. I'm trying to double the yellow and double the orange. We don't need that much chocolate, so I'm going to leave it to that one. That's just for pattern making. Green and black is also just for pattern making. So I'm just going to put that aside. I've got enough white, and then I need orange and yellow. Orange, and then we need quite a bit of yellow because we're gonna do a light yellow, and then we're gonna do a dark yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to land up, pipe in the light yellow, then mix in a darker yellow once I'm done with it. So let's do with the yellow. So this should be more than enough because we're actually going to quarter the cake off. So much like the superhero cakes that I've done, where it's got 4 different superhero sections, it's going to be pretty much the same, except it's going to be animal print. Bear in mind that when I do these things, it is probably more than likely for the first time I'm doing it live. So yeah, there's been not really much of a practice run. I just have a good idea of how I'm going to go about it. So that's our light yellow. I'm not going to go much darker with that. And then I'm going to, so once I've piped this light yellow and whatever's left over, I'm then going to make it darker. I think I need to start doing weights with my with my arm. I'm struggling these days. I don't know why. I need to do some more weight training. My husband will say yes to that. Okay. So that's my yellow. Just going to cover it for 2 seconds while I mix up the orange. I want a nice clean orange, so that's why I'm not going to mix it in with with the yellow or anything like that. Just bearing in mind all the colors take on the buttercream color as well, which is yellowish because of the margarine. I feel like this should be darker. Just a little bit. It's a nice bright orange, and it will almost like develop the longer it stands. It's also why I mix my colors, kind of let them stand a bit, because they then sort of develop a bit. Also, because it's quite cold here, I don't really need to add black and green. You know, I am not going to create black just yet. Green I'm going to have to do last, but I will create my black from all my other colors. That's what I'm going to do. So just going to mix a little bit of brown. Actually, I should make my brown from my other colors too, but I'm just going to put a little bit of cocoa in here to make it brownish. So technically, actually, so yeah, let me do that rather. So I'm just going to take some of this buttercream out to mix it for the one section. So basically what I'm going to do, and it's what I normally do, is like if I want black or chocolate, I take all the leftovers and the leftover colors. So, and that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to just, besides the green, I'm going to do all the colors, the flat colors, and then basically whatever's left over, I'm going to turn into black. Mix all the colors, because then I get a nice rich black. I need brown, but not a lot of brown, so I'm just going to put cocoa in. Generally, I mix my colors to get a nice rich brown, but it's okay for today. I just want to mix this nicely. So what happens is that I made this yesterday, so it's been sitting, and it gets like, I don't know if you can see it here. Can you see it? Maybe the light is a bit bright. Let me just turn my light down a bit so that you can see. Oh no, just down. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see it now, because I think the light is blowing it out a bit. It looks almost like bubbly, almost like an ice cream look. Oh, there you can see it. You can see it's like, so if you want it super creamy and smooth and that, you kind of need to mix that up. I can't believe it. And also, it's because it's hardened with the cold. Because it's super cold here in Cape Town. And you can see the difference now that this is now nice and creamy. And I don't need to add icing or anything like that. So normally, like probably if it was hot, I'd probably have to add extra icing. But I don't need to do that because I'm just going to mix the green. I don't need to do that because it's cold. So it's holding its shape and stuff. So mix some green quickly and then I'll move on. So if you've noticed, I've gone from lighter to darker. I normally would have started with that, then yellow, then orange, you know, because me popping my green knife in there is not going to do anything. If anything, it will enhance the color. That should be enough green, I think, to pipe all the way. It's just going to be piped as a border. That's not quite grass green. So I'm just going to add a little bit of blue. I'm just going to add a little extra. I'm just going to put the rest of this in here. I want to make it grass green, so I use electric green because I love it. It's super bright. And then if I want to make it grass green, I just add a touch of blue, and then I can get beautiful grass green. That's also nice and bright. So I just touch just literally a little drop of blue, just to change that color a bit. Into more of a grass green color as opposed to a Lumo Grinch green. Again, this is, it will develop. The longer it sits, it will get darker and color will change a bit. Okay, so that's my green. So I've got my white, I've got my yellow, my orange, my green, and then we're just going to make some brown from cocoa. This brown might get a little bit too thick because of the cocoa, which is generally what happens. So I might need to add just a little bit of milk to it, just to thin it out a bit, but I'll see. Might be fine. The brown is purely for the finishes of the patterns, so no, it's fine. Should be perfectly fine actually. Okay, so we've got a nice chocolatey brown. You can use food coloring if you wanted to, but I don't. I like having the chocolate flavor of the brown, so I'd rather do that. Okay, so I'm just going to go wash my hands, and then we'll get started on the actual cake. Right, so we're going to divide the cake into 4. So let me move these things over so that I can get this more into perspective. I don't actually know why. Should I lift it a bit? So I'm just going to move my camera a bit for you so that you can see better, and so I can work. I can't work with it so far away. There we go. Right, so there's our cake, our beautiful cake, our delicious cake. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use my metal ruler, and I'm going to, because I'm short and I'm not tall enough to see on top of the cake, I'm just going to stand on so I can equally divide the cake into 4, because we're roughly going to go, I could be really pedantic and actually go that's interesting. Okay, so we can make it half and half. Yeah, I do that, and That's the center. And where it crosses over is where the halfway mark is. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to flip my ruler. Still doesn't look centered. Okay, wait. That looks... So I'm doing it by eye. I think by eye is going to be better. So I'm going to literally make that half and half. And I'm just going to use my ruler to make the line. Then I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to look at the half and half. And we're going to make a... Okay, so that we've got roughly, it's roughly equal. It's not going to be like accurate equal, but I don't think anybody's measuring. As long as it pretty much looks, you know, by eye equal, then we're good to go. Okay. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pump. So we're going to go with the white side first. Now, the question is, what do we make the front? So we've got a leopard, a cheetah, a tiger, and a zebra. So maybe what I need to do is just have a look. I've got a lion. I'm assuming that's a cheetah. A tiger. So I kind of want to, oh, and we've got a little giraffe. I kind of want to put the giraffe in. So I'm just so what I want to just check before I do start, and see now this is why I say I do these things as for the first time. So I kind of want to put the animals in where there's a little bit of contrast. So I'm inclined, I think what I'm going to do is in the front of the cake, the front part of the cake, I think I'm going to do as the zebra, where it's black and white, so that it contrasts with the animals in the front. He's kind of nice. I don't know where I'm going to put him, although so the problem with the lion is that he does fit on here, but he's kind of big though. He's kind of fat. What are we doing with this? He can, no, you see, so, okay. So, unless I put, oh, that could be an idea. I could actually put him on the cake, which would really be awesome. And I'll put him on the tiger side. Maybe that's what I should do. So we'll do it opposite. So we'll have the tiger on the one side, the leopard on the other side. No. I like him just on his own like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. And we can have him crossing. I'm not going to use this little duty. Oh wait, and we've got an elephant. But you see again, the elephant is also, I think, a bit big. Yeah. So the elephant... Okay. Oh, I should have washed these. I was going to. I might need to wash them quickly if I'm going to use them. Am I going to use the lion? Okay, no. I think I'm going to... Oh, there it goes. I'm going to use the lion. Maybe the lion a little bit more in the front because it's wider there. And then, do we use... Yeah. Okay. And then I'll put... something like that. I kind of don't want to put another animal on top, but I could still put the I kind of I've got enough space. I think, yeah, okay, here we go. You gotta listen to me decide on things. Okay, I think that's how we're gonna go. So we've got our little giraffe coming around from the one side. Our elephant, our little Ellie coming from the other side. I'm going to have to give these a quick wash before I actually finish them. Put that on there because these are from the customer, so that's not the problem. The problem is it just doesn't look good if they're dirty, and they all seem okay. That's why I didn't wash them. They seemed okay until I looked at the elephant. And then we'll have the sneaking tiger on top, and I think that'll be fantastic and he'll be on top of the logo as well, like crawling on top of the logo. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to go and pop these into some hot soapy water. Give them a little bit of a soaking because they're kind of dirty. I should have done that yesterday, and I was thinking of doing it yesterday. I didn't. My bad. But it's okay. We'll just do it now. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do... Oh no, it's actually split. That's okay. Mainly... Okay, so I'm going to go zebra... What was it? It was zebra, tiger, leopard, and? Oh, and there's a cheetah. Oh, I see what they did. Okay, that's fine. So they put the two stripes on the one side and then the two spots like that. So we're going to go the zebra in front. And I want the zebra because the zebra is in the black and white and quite contrasty with the animals. And then we'll do tiger, leopard, and the cheetah, and then the tiger. That's fine. That's cool. Okay, so how are we going to do it? We're going to pipe each color, and we're going to smooth out each color one at a time, so that we can match it up. So we're not going to stress too much about how it ends up here down the center where it joins, because in those joints we're going to put grass. So my customer supplied me with the little animals, you know, to make the cake slightly more affordable, which is completely fine. Okay, so how I'm going to do it is that we're going to run I'm using a smaller hole in my piping bag, so I've got various sizes in my piping bag to pipe with, and I'm using the smaller so that I can be a little bit cleaner. I'm just going to pipe it nicely. And again, we're going to make it smooth as possible, but it doesn't need to be like super, you know, straight or anything, because we're going to have patterns on it, so you're not going to see how straight or not straight it is. over there. And one of my little tricks is to always have a jar of boiling water next to me, and my spatula's lying in the hot water, because it helps for it to become super smooth. Super smooth. Actually, I'm going to move that over here, because I'm going to land up putting any little bit of excess. So this is not the same as crumb coating. I'm not going to, I don't want to take icing off. Crumb coating, you kind of all I want to do is what I've piped here, I want to be smoothed out. That's all. Whereas if I was crumb coating, I'd be trying to take anything excess off. So we just want to smooth it out so that, you know, obviously you don't have this pattern that I've created on top. I am going to, we're gonna get it as smooth and straight and flat as we can. But like I say, it's not going to make too much of a train smash if it's not 100% perfect, because we are putting a pattern on it. You're not going to see it really. So what will happen is if you see that, you can see that how, find the shadow, there we go. You can see how rough it is there and stuff. We're going to smooth it out with the hot water. You're going to get it nice and smooth with the hot water. Same with around the sides. And I think because it's so cold here, my water's gone cold already. So I'm just going to boil some more water, because obviously if it's boiling water, it works way better. And always, once I've you know, put this in the hot water, I'm going to dry it with a paper towel. So you're not going to put the water onto your, like that. It's not going to be wet like that. You must always dry it first. But your metal will be hot, which is what you want. You don't want water. The water is going to then cause little splotches on your buttercream, which is not what you want. Okay, so I'm just using the bent one because it's easier, and you'll see it comes up so much smoother. So I'm just pushing it a bit so that it can go to the edge. I kind of want to make my edge a little bit better than this. So I'm just going to go from there to there and push it out a bit. So you can see it's smoothed it out quite nicely. Any excess I put in my bowl. And then we can make it nice and flat around the top. So you can see it's gotten quite flat and smooth and, you know, nice. And then we're just going to pull it over the edges so that we can make it, clean it up a bit. Again, my water is not very hot right now, so it's not going to actually work as well as it should. So I'm just going to wait for my hot water, and in the meantime we're going to do the next color, which will be yellow, the light yellow, which will pop into a bag. So I'm not going to put all the yellow in because obviously I don't need all of the light yellow. I'm going to make the rest darker yellow. And we're going to do the same thing with this, where we follow the lines. So you can see how rough it is. This is going to be a good example of it, of using the hot water. Again, don't put the wet knife there. You'll dry it and then you'll smooth it out. And you can see it makes it smooth quite quickly. And it does work better with your knife being, or spatula being hot, the metal part being hot. But definitely make sure it is dry. I have excess there. What it does is it almost melts it, especially if it's very hot. So just be a little bit careful with it. It does make it softer, but it will dry. Definitely will dry. So this is quite hot, so it's melting it and smoothing it out quite a bit. And it will kind of, if your spatula is quite hot, it'll look wet, but it will dry, and it will be fine. If you don't like it, it will still work. You can let it cool down a little bit if you wanted to. If you're a bit unsure about it. Okay, so then we're just gonna pull the edges over to clean it up. Hey babe. I'm making the cake.
I see.
Yeah?
And you're gonna, wow, it's half chocolate, half ice.
So it's gonna have 4 different
Colors?
well, sort of 4 different colors. It's gonna have 4 different animal prints on it. So we got a zebra, and we've got a cheetah and a tiger and a leopard. Hmm? Are you watching Wild Kratts?
Yes.
And what is it like? Is it a good program?
Yeah.
Is it? Because
Because I just watched a penguin one, then a tiger. Now I don't know what next one I'm gonna watch.
oh, so can you tell me about this cartoon? Because I've never heard of this cartoon, and it's the
So-
first time you've watched
The
it as
brothers
well.
find.
Are they brothers? And what do they do?
Find
Do they go on adventures?
Yes.
Okay.
Find different animals.
Oh, to find different animals. And what do they do with the animals?
They'll have like a power suit.
What? They've got a power suit. So it's a bit like a superhero thing.
No.
No. What do they? Why do they have
So
a
they
power
wear
suit?
like something on them, then touch the animal and then like
Oh, so that they're able to touch the animals.
and know what it is, and then one of them friends, like a girl one, they make like a black thing. It kind of looks like a coin, but I have an animal on. Then,
Okay.
then put it on, into the suit, and then touch the animal. Then now,
It's so that they can touch the animals. So what do they do? Go on
And then-
adventures and then?
then
Why- why-
turn into animals.
Who
And
turns into animals?
the wild?
The brothers. Do they turn into so whoever they touch, whichever animal they touch, they turn into that animal.
Yeah, but
And they become that animal, and do they then experience the animal's life?
well, it's just a suit,
It's just a suit. Okay, and then?
and then it will kind of like it's so then
Then?
One of not the very good ones.
What do you mean?
So-
what do you mean?
So
Not one of the
it's
very good ones.
Anita, and so it's some good. So it's a bad guy.
Is there? Oh, are they bad guys? Is there a bad guy? And what?
Fashion.
Okay, and
It's
then?
taking animals to use as fashion.
Oh, that's terrible because we don't do that anymore. We used to many moons ago, but that we don't do anymore because it's cruel to the animals to do that. Hey, can you imagine if we took Sweetie's skin off and then we wore it?
Nah.
Yeah?
So Danita actually put have like something some
So do they?
sewing bowl to like stop them and then put it on her.
Okay, so do the brothers go around trying to stop this person
Yeah.
from doing that? Oh
Yes.
wow, okay. Because it's bad, hey. We don't want to wear animals.
That
Hey? Why would you want to? You want to wear? Can you imagine wearing Bunny's fur?
no.
Hey? Can you imagine wearing Bunny's fur?
No.
Do you know that Bunny's fur is very special fur
Why?
because Bunny is a non-allergic bunny, which means that if you're allergic to wool, which is sheep's fur, if you're allergic to it, Bunny's fur is non-allergic, which means that if someone wanted to wear a jersey who's allergic, they could actually wear Bunny's fur. So Angora bunnies are bred to shave like sheep. They shave them like sheep, and then they take that fur and they turn it into wool to knit jerseys with it.
No.
Really? I promise you.
No. I don't want to do that.
No, but that's what they do. We don't do it to our bunny. She's only little and she's only one bunny. But that's what they do.
And also the Wild Brothers,
Yeah.
like, it's also, so, it's like, they were doing Tiger Prince.
Tiger Prince?
No! Mom,
Oh.
I was talking about Denita,
Okay.
and then Denita
Mm-hmm.
got the animals,
Mm-hmm.
and then her got a lot. And her wanted them, and then the Wirecrats, that's a tiger, put their suits on and put their thing, and then them touching,
Okay.
and then them turn into tigers,
Wow.
and that's all.
And that's all. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how it's gonna look at the very end of the Wirecrats brothers. Then I'm gonna take this.
What are you doing with the stool? What if I need it?
Mom, I'll take it back to you when I'm finished.
Oh, okay.
So I need it.
So if you didn't know anything about wild crats, now you do. Hmm? Again? Already? So we've only got one color left to do after this one, which is orange. So it's quite funny because every time, sometimes I get a cake request and I have no idea who the characters are, and neither does my daughter. And then we go. No, I know you do now. And then we go researching them to find out who they are, so that I can, especially if I'm having to make a topper.
Mom,
And thank you, my baby. So then I'll end up introducing her to these things. So one of those is Shaka and Zig. I had no idea who Shaka and Zig was. Somebody requested me to do a Shaka and Zig cake, and then I had to watch them. My child had no idea who they were. I introduced it to them, and she absolutely adores Shaka and Zig now. So it's quite funny. Okay, so I know that is like that, It's fine because we're going to make it grass. So not a complete train smash. Oh, the knife is a bit hot. So I just wanted to cool down a bit. So as you can see, I'm making it nice and smooth, but I'm not really making it 100% perfect. I don't need to, because we're going to put patterns on it and you're not going to really see it. To make a move on. Oh, I'm almost done. It's not. So the main thing is obviously as long as they're all kind of matching up, you know, lining up so that it's not higher and lower. A little bit extra on. Sometimes you need to get it to be, you know, the same as the rest of your cake. It lands up needing to, you having to, you know, take a little excess off. But that's fine. Interesting that this program is about two brothers who go around the world stopping people from poaching animals, which is, I suppose, a nice educational program for kids to realize that poaching is not good and we should be kind to our animals, because they're not going to be around. What's it, weird pup? Sorry, my dog is barking to go outside. Just nuisance. No! She's just spotted her lead, and now she wants it because she wants to go for a walk. And shame, the poor dog has been stuck inside with all the rain. Between my child and the dog, they've been stuck inside with this rain. And yeah, we haven't done what we planned to do, and that was to we originally planned to go for a walk every day just to get out, and the rain has not allowed us this. Okay, right, now we are going to do what? We're going to do, and then I don't know why that dropped off. Okay, so then okay, so what we're going to check now, so we're going to start doing the patterns. So yeah, I'm going to definitely do the patterns first. I'm going to go with brown first, and then we're going to do the black, because I'm going to use the brown, what's left over with the brown, and any other color to make black. Okay, but I'm going to use, I need orange for the leopard spots. Okay, so just trying to think. I wanted this in black for the black. So I'm going to use, I'm just going to use a disposable piping bags, because I just need a small hole. I don't need any special, you know, sizes, and I can, with a small hole, I can make it any size I want. Small, with the a disposable piping bag, I can make it the holes any size that I want. So, right, so I'm going to do a mix. So let's do the cheetah's spots first. I might actually need to do this as a double bag. So yeah, sometimes with so these bags work perfectly with royal icing, but sometimes when I use them with buttercream, they don't always work as well. But I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna double up the bag because what will happen just to secure the bag, or else the bag could possibly burst. That's the only problem with these disposable bags. They're quite thin and they can burst if your icing is too thick and you squeeze too hard. I'm going to pop that in like that, and then I'm going to cut off . That might not have worked as well as I thought it was going to work. Yeah, no. That point is not going where it should. Let's see. Right, I'm just going to tie it. Do I need to tie it? No. Okay, so we're going to do, okay, so if this is the tiger, so we're going to do this side, and we're just going to do some squarish, roundish patterns. So I have to come along and smooth these out, okay, so that because that's the way. You want to see a pattern, you don't want to see a weird and wonderful line. Because this is not a royal icing, obviously it's not going to... What do you want, sweetie? Then you must go outside. You want to go out, So they're quite, they're just patterns and they've got to fit in with each other. I suppose you can make any shapes that you want. Our green is going to be the last color to be, or pretty much the last color to be used, and that's going to hide any imperfections. I just want to see, here we go. So I just want to smooth these out just a little bit so that you don't see the lines. You can actually just do, and you don't want to flatten it or anything, so don't press it hard because you don't want it to it's like literally doing individual ones. Actually, I've got an even smaller one which will work. Just warm it up a bit. And then we can So I'm not actually even trying to take anything off. I'm just wanting to smooth it out a bit. Actually, this works perfectly. If there's excess, there's excess. You can take it off. It's a bit otherwise on the bend of the cake. That's fine. I think what I might do for the leopard is I'm going to make this a little runnier, the brown, so that they can, you know, just be a little bit not so, so that I don't have to fiddle with them too much. Okay, so that's how we're looking. And I think they're all pretty much, you know, meant to be, you know, irregular spots. Because I don't think the spots are actually, I mean, you know, they've got spots, but it's not round spots. I might have to make more chocolate, which is also cool. It's fine. Okay, smooth those out. Rebecca, what is Dad doing? Okay, if he's playing games.
I got the idea.
What idea do you have?
So we can change my bedroom.
Hmm?
So we can change my bedroom.
Change your bedroom?
Yeah.
Why do you want to change your room?
Because
that's going to be a big cleanup. If we change a room, we're going to be landing up
it's
cleaning.
going to be half the other. It's only going to be one side, but not the other side.
Which side are you wanting to change?
Where my bed is.
Okay, where do you want to put your bed?
You'll see. I'll tell you where
It
to
might
go.
not work because your bed can only go one way.
It will work.
Maybe not.
But this time again, I want this door to open again.
No, there's something wrong with that door. That's the reason why we closed it.
Why?
Because it doesn't close properly and it closes from the wrong side. That's why I closed it. Rebecca? That's why I closed it. Okay? I closed it for a reason. What are you doing? Okay, so then we're going to do... I just want this one. I need to make...
I'm gonna do almost. I'm gonna do the cake, and then we're gonna help me do my thing.
I'm not changing your bedroom around. Huh? What? Okay, we will discuss it. Okay, but not today. We will discuss it, Rebecca. Mother? Not now, right? Now, please. So I want the chocolate to be a little bit softer. I don't really want it very hard. So I'm just going to add a little bit of milk. Tell me where you want to put your red. Not it's a surprise or whatever. Speak to me. Where? Do you want it by the door? Do you want it by the window? Where do you want it?
I want it by the window.
You want your bed by the window?
But I want it to be like this. I want the back to be on the side because I already have a window in the front. So I want two windows.
So the problem is that your bed can only go one way because of the ladder.
I don't know.
Which means that if your bed goes by the window, which way? Along the window or where your cupboard is?
Along like
Along the window or where your cupboard is?
yeah.
Where your cupboard is?
Yeah.
So you just want it to move up to where your cupboard is?
Yeah, but I don't want. I want the cupboard to move a little more back to the side.
So the problem is that your bed can only be one way, Rebecca, because it's got a ladder. It's a bunk bed. It's not a normal bed, so it can only go one direction, which means that your head is going to be in the wrong place.
No, but I can move it.
You can't. To move these things is going to be a big mission. Okay. Now you know I'm live. Can you? We're not here to discuss your bedroom. She's outside the side.
What?
And I can't open the side.
Opposite.
She wanted to go outside. You have to excuse the fact that I have my child at home with me. We are all having to deal with that right now. So, and yeah, there are interruptions even on a live stream. I'm not going to need, I think I'm going to need, no, okay. So, yeah. So again, I'm going to just use this. I'm going to do it with the orange as well because, so basically we have like an orange dot and then some brown love at 11 here. And the other person said he's fetching something, then coming. Again, his idea of what early is not my idea of early. Anyway, is what it is. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, so we're gonna make the leopard spots here. So we're gonna do, basically we're gonna make little splotches, circle splotches in orange. And I kind of want to try and make them as smooth as possible so I don't have to come back and smooth them out. And then it's got like a brown
Hi Dad, I'm going to change my room a little.
She wants to change her room around.
The way Mommy wanted it. It's old. It's an old. So I want to change it a little bit more.
It might not work is my point, my babe.
I know it works. I know it
She doesn't understand that her bed is one way. She can't have it
But,
in a certain way.
Mom, why not? If you like hold the two sticks and turn it around to,
And then, where's your ladder going to be?
like, so you take the ladder and then you turn it.
Rebecca came and told everybody what Wildcraft is about.
Wanting the wire. Ding, ding, ding. The ding, ding, ring a bell. It's going the wrong way. Everywhere I go, I keep crashing. Let's see out.
She doesn't want to come in, leave her. She's been digging. And now, is it sticking? So there's a leopard print. Not too difficult.
It's a leopard.
What?
A leopard.
Okay. So basically our zebra and our tiger stripes are going to be very much the same. Very similar.
No, Mom. Without tigers, they have different kind of patterns.
Yeah, they do. They do. So does so
Ding, 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 ding.
the so do leopards and so do
Everyone's at the back.
cheetahs.
What?
All have different. Okay, so I'm just going to use all my colors now to turn it into black. Okay, Rebecca. Doodlebug. So you'll see by having multiple colors in here, along with a little bit of chocolate, I turn my black to some serious black. Rebecca, you're making a noise. No. Okay, so I'm actually going to use a nozzle now for the black because I want it a little bit more definitive and not messy. As you can see, my black is now black. And I'm actually going to use a nozzle now just a small hole nozzle to do the black part. So I want it a little bit, I don't want it as, you know, this is fine if this was messy, but yeah, the stripes, not so much. Okay, so let's get on with our stripes. Yeah, the stripes for each one will be pretty much the same. Okay, so we're going to start with our zebra. You see, I'm doing this with buttercream, and I think this was obviously done a little bit with fondant. But we can smooth it out and so we're getting there. I'm going to smooth it out. I know it looks a bit rough at the moment. Definitely going to smooth it out though. I'll use my very narrow Okay, I'm going to use this one, the smooth one, to make it smooth. And once we've done this and the tiger, which is going to be done in the same manner as this one, we're going to then we're going to do the green, the grass, and then we're going to put the logo on. We'll place our animals on. I could have done, I could have done this with done it all buttercream and then done like these lines with fondant, but kind of trying to keep the whole cake in buttercream. Okay, and it really doesn't look too bad. I think it looks good. So one of the things is we kind of try and keep things as buttercream these days because, yeah, fondant is old. One, fondant is old. And two, so I'm just going to do some hot water again. And yeah, it just doesn't get eaten. Fondant is old, expensive, and in general, people don't really eat it anymore. So, yeah, it's pretty much the same. Just trying to get it to the I just want to make the tiger just a little bit different so that it's not exactly the same. to say I'm quite enjoying this palette knife kind of. Why I bought it actually is because I've got a wedding cake coming up in October, which needs to have like a palette knife painted look, which is something I'm going to need to practice at some point. And yeah, so I need the palette knife. Okay, so there's my tiger. I'm just going to quickly get our little animals so that we can dry them off. Animals are now nice and clean. Kind of don't want, you know, when there's I get sometimes mom's asking me to do Barbie doll cakes, and then they give me the Barbie doll, and it's an old Barbie doll that's the child has played with for years and years, and they give it to me dirty. Oh, it's funny. And I'm like, what? I have to clean it. Happens. It happens. Okay. So last color is our green, which we're going to put on, I think, yeah. Our last color is green, which we're going to basically decorate the board and finish off. And then once we've done that, we will then put our topper on and our little animals. I'm using this nozzle, which allows me to make grass. So I'm actually going to cover the board as well with like grass to keep the whole, it will just finish it off. I don't always cover the board, and when I do, I try and keep it with the, I don't cover it in fondant or anything. I keep with the theme, use it in the buttercream. Okay, so now we're going to do some grass, and we're going to cover up our imperfection join, the join where it's not so great, but that's why I said it was fine, because we were going to cover it up with grass. This nozzle is also fantastic for doing monster cakes. So I'm going to just put my logo on now as well, because this icing is soft and still, it hasn't hardened or crusted. I'm going to put my logo on now because then it will stick to the cake and then I won't have to try and get it stuck later. Okay. So we'll put our earth right in the center, and then I'm going to use a little bit of sugar flour glue that I make myself, just on the back here, so that it sticks and we don't want it to move or anything like that. Okay. Check. Oh, they did do that. Okay. So there's meant to be grass around the edges here, so we're going to put a little bit of grass around the edges of there. But that's our Wild Kratz logo. Shouldn't be any. I've actually I'm using this in a bag that's a little too, the nozzle space is a little too small, but it's not making any, it's not causing any issues. Right, and then I'm going to, that's pretty much it, and I'm just going to now cover around the edges and the whole board with grass. Hope I have enough green, or else I'm going to end up having to mix more green. I think I'm going to end up mixing more green. Oh, but I don't have any buttercream to mix more green. Oh no, I'm going to have to quickly make buttercream. Oh, I'm going to have to make quick buttercream. Oh dear. Yeah, definitely not going to have enough. I've made too much black. I've got excess black. And I don't have any yellow left, which means I could have used the yellow to make green. And it's literally just not enough. So I'm gonna do a quick buttercream. So I'm gonna make just enough buttercream for me to it's fairly simple to just do a little bit. Ah, no! Okay, here's my green. Oh dear. And you want to see how much I'm missing? Such a little bit. Oh no. Terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. So it's kind of cold, so that's really rock hard. I'm going to just pop it in the microwave just to soften it. Don't necessarily want it melted, but it will still work for the little bits that I need.
Mom,
Yes, baby.
are you finished now?
Almost.
What?
Almost finished.
What's last?
Huh?
What is last?
What?
What's the last thing?
Oh, I still need to just put the animals on the cake, but I ran out of grass, and now I need to make a little bit more. Look how much, such a tiny bit that I need to make.
Okay.
I'm just going to put those animals on top there. Careful, please. What are you doing?
Sweet.
Dad put her outside. I think she was naughty. Dad put her
That's
outside.
not naughty.
Stop doing that. Oh. Stop it there. What are you getting out of there? More sweeties.
Okay. Don't know what something.
And as usual, my child trying to get into the cupboard to get sweeties.
No.
Like there's not enough treats in this house, eh? Like there's not enough treats. What are you getting? So, on the agenda for next week, if you're watching and if you are keen to watch next week I will be doing another fudge. We decided to do it like for a month, or four sessions. So next week I'm going to do, so I've already done 2 fudges. I'm going to do another one next week, probably next week Wednesday. And what we're going to do is I'm going to make a variation of the fudge that I made this week. I think I'm going to do the caramel fudge, and then on Friday next week, my baby girl and I are going to do a salami cake. quite excited about that. It's going to be quite interesting to do. Yeah. Oh, that just went darker than I needed it to go. Oh no. Okay. That's not
Okay, 6 different colors.
No, it's grass, so it's okay if it's different colors.
Yeah.
You think?
Yes, I know.
Oh, I made it too dark. Oh dear.
It's
So,
okay because in the wild crafts, it's different kind of grass.
is it different kind of grass?
Yes, because it's different kind of grass.
What I'll do is I'll put the darker green on top of some of the lighter green so that it blends in. Oh dear.
It's okay if you mess up.
It's not okay. It's very sweet, babe. It's not okay because somebody's paid for this and they kind of want it the way they want it and they don't want it to look terrible. What are you doing? Are you making s'mores? Yeah, you are. Okay. And we are really almost done. Literally almost done. Okay, let's finish up this cake.
Mom, my left hand is gonna grow.
Eh?
I plant planting the little plant in the oven.
I know. Did I make this too thick?
10. I didn't do 10, Mom.
Oh, just press the red button. There's a red button. Yes. Press that one. Now press the plus again. There we go. Oh, you actually can't see the difference. I know why. Why is it getting stuck? Oh no, there isn't actually much of a difference. It looks like it, but I think it's under the light. No, you can't really. You can't see it. Okay, so there's not much of a difference, which is awesome. So I don't need to stress too much, although it might go dark once it starts drying. So I'm just going to put a few pieces in between the other green just so that it's blends in, and then we shall be done. Okay, so that's done. Let's put our leopard. So now this has dried a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some grass on his feet because we kind of want him to stick, right? And I don't want him. Oh wait, he's a tiger. Oh wait, but we were going to. Okay, yeah. So I don't want him completely over the logo. So I'm just gonna put him like that. Oh, okay. But that's fine. And then I'm going to add some extra grass just so that he looks like he's in there. And this is how we make it slightly different to what the cake was given. The picture that I was given. So we're just making him look like he's in amongst the grass. Isn't he cute? That looks fantastic, I think. Okay, and then, so we said we're going to put the lion more in the middle than not. Okay. And I'll push him up against the, same with the elephant. And there we have it. How cool is that? It looks really cool with the toys on it. Yeah, looks pretty cool. I'm super happy with that. Anyway, guys, let me just put my face back on here so I can say goodbye. So yeah, we're pretty much done. Oh no, we are done. We're done. I'm never saying pretty much done. That is it. Guys, have a super duper weekend. I need to dash. I need to be online somewhere else. Have a super duper weekend, and I will catch you on live next week. Next week, Wednesday, same time. Bye.